Welcome back to another video. In this video, I wanted to talk about something called heart intelligence. So, what I mean by heart intelligence is the ability to serve others or the ability to move your emotions towards self centric goals towards others. So, in order to understand this, I want you to do an experiment with yourself where you are serving another person. It could be your father or your mother, or it could be any person who is asking for help, and try to serve them, not by ignoring them, but by indulging in helping them and actually getting to the root of what their problem is and try to solve their problem. So, when you do this, you turn your mind towards achieving things for yourself to doing things for others, which is very important in these days because we have all become very self-centric people in service. And what happens in serving others, especially when you do it without the expectation of reward, is that you achieve a reward from the universe itself. This may sound very irrational and very unintelligent for some of us, but we are all codependent creatures. We depend on each other not just in the sense that for the survival of this body that we reside in, we also depend on mental help from others by associating and communicating with people. We know this, but we don't know the value of how our hearts can achieve peace by associating and collaborating with love with one another. This is what I call heart intelligence. It's a method that you can employ to be more peaceful and be more loving in life. That is by moving your attention on the mind towards the heart. And the easiest way to reap the benefits of the heart, if you still want to reap benefits of the heart, is by serving others without the aim of gaining anything. It's by helping others without the gain of without the aim of gaining anything. So this is called karma yoga in the which is a term coined by Swami Vivekananda, who was from the Ramakrishna lineage, and this is also obviously mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita and in many other holy scriptures. But we do not look at this at all. We think that there are other paths that we can follow. For example, a person who is on the spiritual path will probably be more inclined towards meditation because it gives a certain kind of blissful nature, or it gives you. Of course, it has many benefits of making your mind more calm and giving you this experience of serenity and equanimity. But most of us are not willing to do karma yoga at all. or we are not even looking in that direction, because the mind always looks at things that it desires, and anything that we desire. So if you're angry, you will look at only angry people, um, and if you're happy, you will only look at happy people. This is the nature of the mind, and in order to actually spiritually advance in your life, you have to eventually start serving others. Of course, you can reap the benefits of meditation, and you can reap the benefits of other paths. Bhakti yoga, for example, is the path that is also um, taught about in Bhagavad Gita, but which is more devotional and more. Of course, it gives you this sense of divine ecstasy, and but we always have a problem when it comes to karma yoga and when we want to serve others. So serving others has a very um, high value in the society, not not just for your own heart, but for your development as a human being and to live as a healthy human being. You need to eventually start serving with your whatever you have achieved, with your money, with your health, with your knowledge, with your intellect, with anything you have. You need to be able to serve others without the aim of gaining anything from them. Uh, this is this is another form of looking at the world, which is diverting your mm, awareness from your mind to your heart and looking at the needs of the heart. People are all so self oriented these days that you never find a happy person who is willing to share a joke or laugh with you. It is because we are associating the peace of the heart with something else. So we are thinking that by gratifying our desires we will find contentment, but actually the only thing that can give your heart uh, immense pleasure or lasting contentment is by serving others, is by following karma yoga, or by doing selfless things for other people. This is why morality is always stressed on when it comes to spirituality. If you have a problem with your parents, or if you have a problem with your brothers and your relatives, it's a very egocentric problem. You're not willing to bend yourself in front of them. And usually what you see in so if you listen to a person's words, if he talks 100 words, you only grasp those 20 words that are emotionally connecting with you. And these words that are emotionally connecting with you are usually the ones that need to be looked at. So what I mean by this is that when when a person talks to you, you gather something from those talks, and later on you think about it. And if the if nothing was emotionally attractive to you, you don't really think about it. But if there was something emotionally attracted to you, then you take those words and you think about it later. But from all those words that you take, you only take those that are suitable to you. This is why I say that the mind is a fool. It only goes towards its own gratification. But the thing is, we need to move towards from gratification towards contentment, uh, and gratification will lead you nowhere. It will lead you straight to hell. Yes, the hell state is here in this world. If you keep gratifying yourself by satisfying yourself materialistically, you will eventually find yourself in a hell state. That is why, and how you end up in jail, and that is how you end up in prisons. By starting this cycle that is very materialistic and very uh, oriented towards your own desires, without looking at other people's desires. And in service, there is there is a communication that goes on uh, with you, with your heart and with the universe, that you are willing to bend yourself, to not listen to your mind for a second or for an hour, and listen to your heart and be compassionate to people and try to understand them. And this is why technological advances are so rapid, because this points to only one fact, and you don't even need to study the statistics to know that the more technological advances that you see, the more materialistic you will become, and it will eventually lead into a rise in many mental health issues, depressions, and anxieties, which is already on rise. The major reason for this is our, our whole misconception and self gratification. This is the major issue, and the world needs to turn inwards and look at what our heart really wants. We need to make the mind our slave again. We need to be in control again. We need to be more aware and be more conscious again. So thank you for watching this video, and by the end of the video, the only thing that I want you to take away from this is to help a person without wanting anything to gain from them, and see where your heart goes, to see how your heart flutters after you serve them. So serve and be a master in servitude.